Hi guys, I hope this is all well. I've not done this for a while, so I wanted to have a quick look at what the Ridiculous Jenkins have been up to. If you're not familiar with the Ridiculous Jenkins, I do have a playlist on them. It's Methany and a partner Spew. They've got 5 kids between them and it's just a big backstory. But they're currently living in a homeless motel shelter type thing, all 7 of them in one room. So I want to talk about Methany's latest content. This is Methany here, when she was still in a Pippi Bongstocking era. She's now in full Methany era, but she does like to switch up her personality from video to video. She goes from like gangster to MasterChef wannabe / perfect housewife to crazy old lady who spends her days in the laundrette, being all sweaty and gross in her pink Crocs. This woman couldn't identify her own personality in a police lineup. Speaking of the pink Crocs, that's the latest change they've made in the lifestyle. She's had a massive glow up from having to flop around in Spew's old sliders to having her own Crocs. You're moving up in the world, Methany. You might even be able to get a toothbrush if you carry on like this. So mouthy Methany's been doing the usual, gobbing off about other content creators, complaining about the way they're bashing other mums, obviously referring to herself, whilst blatantly snarking about other mum content creators herself. So she does a voiceover where she's tidying up that hellhole of a motel room they're living in, with the caption saying something along the lines of, "All you mamas with suspiciously clean houses, where you putting your kids during the day? Methany, it's not suspicious that they've got a clean house. You act surprised that your motel room gets messed up when there's literally 7 humans living in the same space. Everything you own's in that one room, and on a rainy day that's the only place your kids can play. They eat, sleep, bathe in that one room. Why the fuck are you acting surprised that you have to clean up multiple times a day?" So she's doing this voiceover where she's talking in 10 times speed like she normally does, and I'm so grateful to her, because every other content creator that I cover, I have to watch the content in like 2 times speed just to make it bearable. But Methany does it for me just naturally. Well, if you can call being on meth natural. Allegedly, of course. So this is what she had to say.
Content. Like, girls just not going to sleep, so I did something that y'all do, and I stayed up to like 3-4 trolling, and I found some interesting stuff. I started diving into some of these moms that like to bash other moms for their content. Like, girl side that's poking out a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little sense of relief seeing just how much these creators like to hide about their own lives while they sit and bash other people to try to make themselves look better.
So it's quite obvious who she's talking about. She was talking about this creator on TikTok, Morgan. I thought she was talking about her, but then she did this impression, which was actually really good, it just cemented my suspicions.
Let's go see my kids' filthy, disgusting bedroom. Let's go. Trying to be slick with the look how immaculately clean the bedroom is. Girl, it's giving the kids don't even ever come in here. The bathroom is giving, do kids even live here? Because coming from an experienced mom of 5, when I tell you when kids actually live in the home full time, it gets messy. See, for example, Drew had just done this area 2-3 hours prior to me doing it, and then it needed to be done again because our kids were up, living their life.
Again, I've got to point out that 7 people are living in this one room. That's why it's so messy. Other people's houses don't get this messy because they're not all stuck in the one room.
Kid thing, making a mess. I hate to break it to you, girl, but happy homes look lived in. Tired, exhausted, overstimulated moms don't always look their best. That just because they don't put on a face every day doesn't make them less of a mom or less of a woman. And on the other hand, there's also going to be mamas who disagree with the fact that people can be selling their body and or intimacies when they're a mama themselves, especially of daughters, because what are you raising your daughter to be okay with? I mean, make it make sense because y'all get the ick from me because I don't display this overly schmexualized person, but y'all, I got kids. Yeah, my life is currently a freaking mess, but I ain't hiding nothing. So y'all don't want to catch me with the time to troll because I'm gonna find that stuff you're hiding.
Okay, let's address it. Yes, happy homes are not pristine 24/7. I'll give her that. In a home where kids are not allowed to play, not allowed to move a cushion off the couch, that's not a happy home. But neither is living in a motel room that looks like the aftermath of the Hiroshima disaster. Maybe if you prioritise getting your kids their own home, where they've got more space, you wouldn't be living like that. Anyway, so she was blatantly talking about Morgan from TikToxic. So Morgan talks a lot about the Ridiculous Jenkins. She has a TikToxic account, but she also sells used underwear and socks and stuff like that. So that's what Methany's talking about when she's saying she's an SA worker. I personally wouldn't describe her as that, but whatever. So Morgan obviously responded to the video, calling her out, saying like, "Why'd you not say my name? Just say my name." And Methany responded in a comment. But first, have a listen to Morgan's voice, because let's give Methany some praise here. She did do a good impression.
Let's talk about the Resilient Jenkins. So yesterday I commented on Stephanie's video and she replied to me and she said, "What is there to be jealous of? God will provide for me." And I'll have the screenshot up here already for you guys to read. Stephanie, let's be so for real. You're jealous of my car. You've talked about my car several times. Now, I would hate to call it jealousy. I'm going to try to be nice, and I'm going to call it inspiration to be better. Okay? So let's do our makeup. Let's do our hair. Let's wear something that's better than the sunflower pants. Also, my man is not a PDF file. All of my children have the same father. I'm just simply saying that in the most humble way. It's okay that I make you reevaluate yourself because that's what you need to do.
So I do agree with the part where she needs to reevaluate herself, and I don't mean looks-wise. If you were a good mum, I wouldn't care what you look like. I wouldn't be calling you out on anything. But you need to reevaluate the life that you're providing for your kids. And also get your priorities straight. Because she put this video up the other day saying what's going on in the world right now is not right. So she was donating all the proceeds from this video to help the hungry people in Gaza. Which, for anyone else, I would think that's lovely. What a nice thing to do. I mean, fair enough, it's a bit cruel that you're using a cooking video to donate to the hungry, but regardless of that, why the fuck are you even thinking about donating to other people when you've literally got a GoFundMe up for your own family? It doesn't make any sense. You're asking for donations for yourself whilst you're donating to other people. If common sense was a currency, Methany would 100% be bankrupt and still taking out loans. If brains were dynamite, she wouldn't have enough to blow her nose. Whilst we're on the subject of stupid, let's talk about her other half, Spew. Because what the fuck is going on with his TikToksic account? It's turned into some sort of proof of accountability thing, where he's actually filming himself, paying his court-ordered minimal payment child support that he's not paid in like a decade. Like, what's he expecting? A Blue Peter badge? I feel like Methany's giving him a list of things people in the comments are telling him what to do, and he's ticking them off one by one. First he's paying his child maintenance all of a sudden. Well, he's not got any choice really, it's court ordered. This is the second thing I think's on the list. They were getting a lot of flack because he was ordered to let his kid spend one-on-one time with his bio mum, but instead he took half the family with him. So now he's trying to rectify that by saying that his kid spent some one-on-one time at the park with his biological mum. Like, what's the point of telling us that? We don't need to know. We just presume that you're going to do what the courts tell you to do. So the thing he's got the most flack about in the past is not having a job. So now he's showing that he's just finished work at 6:30 in the morning, and the poor thing, he's knackered because before he went to work he did all this door dashing, which he obviously filmed. I'm almost certain he filmed this for the benefit of Methany, because there's no way in hell that Methany didn't believe that Spew was cheating on her. I mean, yeah, online she's putting up this front where she's like, nah, my man would never cheat. But there's no way she believes that. So I think this is his way of proving that he was actually door dashing when he said he was. I've no doubt in my mind that this is a toxic relationship. They're a perfect mix of irresponsibility and insecurity. She's a jealous psycho and he's got the work ethic of a broken Roomba. I'm pretty sure she's given him an ultimatum like, get a full-time job, appear to be a good dad, and I won't leave you for being a cheating bastard. There's no way he'd think of doing this on his own. I mean, if brains were taxed, he'd get a refund and a sympathy card. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the latest from the ridiculous Jenkins. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of yous. Have a great weekend and I hope to see you soon.